Oh, no slip in play. It's a thick outside edge. He may just have opened the face ever so slightly, but it was excellent bowling and races away for the first boundary of the chase.
You can see Irfan Pathan also raising his hand. What's the hand? The outside edge. He'll take the boundary and then apologizing to Bradley. They're best of friends as well. Beaten all ends up was Irfan Pathan.
Don't think I've ever apologized to a bowler in my life when I've edged them for 4. Flogged into the deep cover region. Let's test the outfield. It's quick enough. We have had a bit of rain, but that scoots away for back-to-back boundaries. 1 done. India champions, 9 without loss.
Next up, please. Next up. Thank you.
Clash of the heavyweights here, India against Australia.
Off stump, please. That's off stump.
A fierce rivalry. It's really grown over the last 20 years or so. Now, Peter Siddle finished his county stint with Durham. He's going to play this tournament and then head on back to Victoria. Still playing Shield cricket for Victoria. Still charging in the MCG. Bit high, it's back hip.
Robin Uthappa, I'm sure, enjoy batting on this sort of surface. He prefers any surface with some pace and bounce. It's one of his go-to shots. When he picks the length, likes to go on the onside as well. Comes from Karnataka, Bengaluru, the Chinnaswamy Stadium. Oh, what a belter of a surface that is.
Oh, I know it well. Chinnaswamy, Bangalore, 2011. Played India at the Chinnaswamy, actually. It was great. Great atmosphere. It was full house, 40-odd thousand, and Ireland against India. India piled up a fairly healthy score. I reckon around, if I'm a guessing man, I reckon about 330, which in those days was very healthy, talking 13 years ago. Virat Kohli ran me out. Very good length, that from Peter Siddle.
Did he pop?
Yeah, one of my favourite moments was standing up to the stumps to John Mooney bowling medium pace, and Virat Kohli was, Sachin Tendulkar, I beg your pardon, was batting, and behind the screen all the fans were above the screen chanting and dancing, and Sachin basically just leant his bat up against off stump and just did this to the crowd, and 20,000 people just sat in unison. Now full. Doesn't get all of it, but gets enough, I think. Oh, what a catch! That's an absolute beauty. Nathan Coulter-Nile plucks one out of thin air. And the Irfan up top thought process has failed.
We've seen some great catches in the tournament, and this is probably one of the better ones. What a meaty moment of the day. Not the easiest when the ball's getting away from you. You have to run backwards there. Oh, really well judged. Had to cover a lot of ground there, Nathan Coulter-Nile. Outstretched hands there, keeping the ball in control. What a catch. Irfan Pathan goes for 9, it's 12 for 1.
Stump. Two balls to come. Right arm over.
The new man, Suresh Raina, who's in a bit of touch, 52 off 40 against Pakistan last game.
Yes.
Excellent for Peter Siddle. That's brilliant bowling. Now then, Suresh, what are you doing? I think he thought he was going to get hit with the ball, so he tried to avoid it, and a direct hit, and he was gone.
Down the line, getting LB there.
You see the big smile on Peter Siddle as well. Have a look at that. Wow.
He must have realised that it was going to miss the stumps, because it would have been a comical way to end your innings.
No!
Well, Suresh Raina giving himself a bit of width. Good over from Peter Siddle. 2 done, 12 for 1. Match 11. It's the first game of the tournament in Northampton. We're here today, tomorrow, Wednesday and Friday. Thursday's a day off for everyone. And then the final will be on Saturday back at Edgbaston. Who's going to be there?
That's it. Thank you.
That's what we all want to know. Australia are playing some good cricket at the moment. Slip in play. Aaron Finch at slip. Good discipline already with the ball here, Nikhil.
Solid down.
This is the end of Yusuf Pathan. What a catch.
Yeah, just got the toe end of the bat, and have a look at that catch. Always had his eyes on the ball. Ball was always running away from him, and the owners are happy. Puneet Singh. Yeah, they're celebrating. That's the idea of having the World Championship of Legends. Everybody gets to enjoy.
Oh, that's sweet. That's really beautiful. That from Uthappa. Dancing down, elegant as you like, and then just lofting it over extra cover. And the ball skips away in this outfield nicely.
Yeah, just dancing down the track. You can trust the bounce on this surface, and this is all Robin Uthappa's comfort zone. Batting on surfaces like this as well. He understands the strategy for Brett Lee, counter-attacking. We got to see how Suresh Raina plays as well, especially against Brett Lee, because he's looking to just try and bowl a couple up to Suresh Raina as well.
That's it.
Because we've always seen, even in the power play as well, he's somebody who likes to move away towards the leg stump, looking to open up the offside. Eyes on the ball, and just be looking to time the ball, because you only got 2 men outside the 30-yard circle as well.
No slip in play for the left-hander, Suresh Raina. Just keep an eye on his feet. Keep an eye on the feet of Suresh Raina here, because Peter Siddle went straight into the surface for Suresh Raina. Have a look at the feet now. Just backing away to leg. The first ball Suresh Raina faced against Siddle, Siddle slammed it in back of a leg, in around that rib cage area. And the next ball Suresh Raina backed away to leg to try and clobber it straight away against Brett Lee. You can just see him hedging a little bit leg side. Two men sweeping leg side.
Brett Lee, beg your pardon, also realizing what the strategy for Suresh Raina is, and with that angle, that over the wicket angle, looking to bowl on the 4th stop to the left-hander, take it away from his hitting zone. Anything in the stumps, then that's comfort zone for Suresh Raina.
Well, the field for Robbie Uthappa is interesting here, because they need to really think carefully. Uthappa's so good up and over the offside, he just drops mid-off back. I think that's a really good decision from Brett Lee. Carts him over mid-on, who's inside the ring, and at the moment This pitch is playing beautifully for India, 22 for 1.
Well, mate.
Peter Siddle to continue.
Over the stumps.
Couldn't have missed the stumps by much. Suresh Raina just can't really understand how he's missed that. Just shuffling across to try and flip it, scoop it. Can't have been far away from the pegs, this.
Yeah, look how deep he goes into the batting crease.
No timing, but enough just to find the gap. Suresh Raina at the moment doesn't look very comfortable against the aggressive pace of Lee and Siddle.
You're always looking to move in the popping crease. Watch how deep he goes before that ball is delivered. If it's anything short, then it just looks to open up his hitting areas as well.
We might get another chance, and I just want to have a really highlight the front foot on impact of the ball. This time charging. It's a little bit hectic at the moment from Suresh Raina. The previous ball, Nikhil, that you mentioned when he went back in deep in the screen, I don't mind that, but when you're trying to make impact with the ball, you have to have a balanced setup. Just have a look at the front foot. When he's trying to hit the ball, it's not quite planted. He's not quite getting a base to really hit through the ball. It's a little bit hectic. A cat on a hot tin roof at the moment, Suresh Raina.
Oh, steady.
And he's done that in most parts of his career as well, Nabi. And especially when he's batting in the power play as well. He used to be a really sweet timer of the cricket ball as well. Talk about cats on a hot tin roof.
That pigeon doesn't want to see a cat.
That was in the air and also will run away for a boundary, and I think that is going to calm some nerves. Suresh Raina was looking for a boundary and he's got one off Peter Siddle.
Yeah, again, not quite out of the middle, but good enough in the power play. Clearing that front leg and just swatting it. I think it was a change of pace, slower ball. Just Peter Siddle just ran his fingers down the side. Suresh Raina picked it and dealt with it. The timing is absolutely beautiful. Someone shouted catch. I don't know who was going to catch it because it hit the pickets before he could blink. 4 done, 34 for 1. Beautiful timing. Gives himself so much width and then just leans on it with that bat of his. Gorgeous blade, gorgeous stroke. All of a sudden, Suresh Raina now feeling more at home in North Hants.
Center, please. Stop.
Nathan Coulter-Nile, who took that really good catch to get rid of Yusuf Pathan, is into the attack. Big muscular all-rounder who's been plagued with injuries all through his career. Hugely talented. Picked up some poles in Edgbaston with some full deliveries. Now then, straight up in the air, and a simple catch for the captain. Not for the first time this tournament, Nathan Coulter-Nile comes in as a bit of a loosener and picks up a wicket.
was just looking to chip it over that mid-on fielder, shot the face of the bat, and well-judged catch by Bradley. You'd want to see the back of Robin Uthappa because the way he was batting, looking to time that cricket ball. Yeah, the full flow of the arms would have been a better option. Robin Uthappa gets out for 12, 34 for 2.
Well, the captain needs to step up here. His country needs him here in Northampton, and the crowd are just still coming through the gates.
Just away from you.
Excellent career, wonderful all-rounder, feared by many teams around the world, and he's here because of this.
Watch this. How he wanted to go on the onside, just shut the face of the bat. Sometimes, you know, when he gets into that sort of position, it's a better option to try and go with the straight face of the bat over mid-off, but he prefers hitting it through the onside.
Lovely timing. Stroked away. Yuvraj is up and running, and we're going to go downstairs to Mandira for an interview.
I have here with me Mr. Girish Malik, the director of Torbaz, which is a film which has cricket at its heart. Tell us a little bit about your movie.
Okay, well, my movie was obviously about cricket and about these children who were part of the refugee camp and how a game of cricket changes their life. It's like, it was a very special film for Afghanistan, and look where Afghanistan has reached today, and look, this is what a game of cricket can do to, boost children who were part of the refugee camps, and they were children of war.
That's beautiful. So since you talk about cricket changing people's lives, so which cricket match changed your life? Favorite cricketing memory?
Oh, well, I think any match that I go to see, there is a movement there. So this is what cricket is all about. Like, cricket cannot be about just one match. Cricket, we have so much of legacy here. Oh, obviously, as an Indian, I can say, okay, it is the World Cup, and now obviously everybody's talking about the match and the World Cup that we won. But yes, Yuvraj is playing right now. 6 sixes. Who can do that? Only Yuvraj. So being an Indian, I can say there are so many beautiful moments. So yes.
And what is your thought of these, legends who are out in the middle playing again for glory, wearing the country's T-shirt?
I feel I would always say it's not over till it's over. But it's like you need to keep on giving back to the generation next. And the legacy needs to be told. I think the information must come out. People must know who these guys were and these guys are, what they were made of, what they made this entire cricket to be. It's not just about Indian cricket. It's about like Brett Lee here and Aaron Finch here and Yuvraj here and Harbhajan Singh here and Peterson, Chris Gale. I mean today the world has changed. We are fan of every good.
Beautiful bowling.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Beautiful bowling, Nathan Coulter-Nile. It's a change-up. Takes the pace right out of it. And as Yuvraj and Suresh Raina were getting talked up by Girish Malik, the director, off the ground, he's been taken out, Suresh Raina.
Yeah, I didn't read the change of pace completely. It's just that change of pace, the well-disguised change of pace. Suresh Raina played all over it. Big smile by Nathan Coulter-Nile. Suresh Raina goes for 12, 39 for 3.
Oh, well, make the most of it.
Yusuf in? Okay, lovely.
Leg stump.
Give us a bit of impact. Impact player is in.
That's middle stump. Coming over to your back.
Yusuf Pathan is the impact player that comes in, and RP Singh, the left-arm bowler, won't be required. And you feel Yusuf has to do something a la Yusuf in his pump. Now, one thing that Nathan Coulter-Nile doesn't need, Nikhil, is running in and again told just to hold the fire. Now, I just listened to Stump Mike during the celebrations. They're calling that the dipper. They're calling that ball the dipper.
Yeah, it was so far down the track. Have a look at that, Suresh Raina. As if he got disturbed by somebody in front of the side screen. Yeah, but Suresh Raina missed that completely.
Very well bowled. Nathan Coulter-Nile, 2 for 5 off his first 5 overs. You're in trouble, India. 39 for 3.
Leg stump.
Thank you.
Okay, right arm over.
Yuvraj has a big job to do here for his side. Yusuf Pathan has just come in, and these two have got to, well, they've got to reset. Ben Laughlin, good cricketer. And UV has only just been in there for 4 deliveries. Yusuf has just come in. So India losing 3 overs and 3 wickets in the power play. It's always an uphill journey after that.
Oh, Ben, this is delightful leg.
Always those stats around, Alan, about wickets lost in power plays and percentages that go on and lose the game from there. It's over 70% of T20 games. When a side loses 3 wickets in a power play, they go on and lose the game.
Bowled. If anyone can turn a game of cricket in a couple of overs, it's Yuvraj and Yusuf. So the 2 of the most destructive players in this tournament are right here now in harness. Yusuf Pathan has scored some incredible runs in his IPL career.
100 for Rajasthan, didn't he?
Yeah.
And I think the first year when they won it, sure it was, Shane Warne as captain, the late great Shane Warne.
Benny, very nice.
Great shot. That's one of the shots of the match. Yusuf Pathan with impeccable timing.
A little bit over pitched. And on this surface, if you're just slightly short or over pitched, you're going to get punished. Quick outfield, really quick outfield here. We've seen 2 exceptional outfields. With the rain that we've had in this country for a long time now, summer apparently has arrived. I don't know where, somewhere in England it has arrived.
I think we're going to have to start changing the name of the season, because it's
What, just autumn all year?
yeah, just autumn. Autumn and winter.
Max has just given me another stat before the end of the power play. India lost 3 wickets to the West Indies in the power play. Ended up getting 229 for 5, and guess what, Alan? Won it.
There you go. Right, we're ready to go. The patrons have moved over. It's a good call to send Yuvraj back. 6 gone, power play done, 46 for 3.
Australia after the power play were 56 for 1, the 10 runs and 2 wickets in hand better. 46 for 3 men, India chasing
46 for 3, India chasing 200. And the Australians after their power play were 56 for 1. So it's advantage Australia. Tim Payne live wire behind the stumps.
Crowd at the far end there because they're moving behind the bowler's arm, behind the sight screen, and he's agitating the crowd. Get a message over there somehow? They're going to have a look at it for you.
It's going to be Nathan Coulter-Nile, 2 for 5 in his first over. He's been such an effective bowler for the Australians in this tournament.
No! Yeah, Fergus! Keep hunting them down in there, Ferg!
Even though he's not played for a while, Coulter-Nile, you can just tell that the way that he runs up, nice rhythm, doesn't have to do too much, does he? He doesn't have to really put too much into his action. And all he does is try and hit the back of a length, when we talk back of a length, when the ball bounces, it's just going to hit the top of the bails. And then all of a sudden he'll just take a bit of pace off here and there.
Yeah, just an easy action, he's not trying to bowl with any degree of pace. He's literally looking for line and length here. Nathan Coulter-Nile, here we are, have a look at this.
Yeah, just a lovely run up, nice rhythmical run up. Head stays and eyes are straight, you know what I mean, looking at the batter, and you just see it's a repeatable action. Again, not a lot you can do with that. 3 for 7 is his best performance in this World Championship of Legends, I think including a wicket maiden. Against South Africa. And they always look fit, don't the Australians? Look like they're just still playing.
Just steered down to third man.
Here we go, kid.
Let's have a look at those 3 wickets against South Africa. JP Duminy just played all round one and had his stumps smashed out. So did Ashwell Prince. A little bit of an inside edge, but he'd take that. And then a little nick behind to Tim Payne.
And what he's doing and what he concentrates on for the most part is the line and length.
And what he says to the batter is, if you want to hit me off my length, good luck. Because I'm not going to just keep bowling at the same pace. I may mix it up, but it's going to be back of a length. I may go a bit fuller now and again. So he's keeping it simple until he has to change, if he needs to change.
And the occasional Yorker. 7 gone, 49 for 3.
Going.
49 for 3 India. They are way behind the Australians at this stage, who were 63 for 1. And then in the last 4 overs, Australia really stepped on the accelerator. It's going to be Ben Loughlin to continue. they've got the kind of bowlers who are ideally suited for this pitch at Northampton. And it's fair to say that India didn't make the best conditions. Flicked away. That'll run for 4 for Yuvraj.
Brings the 50 up as well. Line was just all wrong from Lachlan. Maybe a slower ball. You can see he's holding it as an off-cutter, but it actually swings even further down the leg, and fine legs up in the circle. It's a little bit of help yourself.
Such ease and elegance from Yuvraj. He's got all the power in the world, but also he has the ability to just bat in overdrive. Doesn't put his foot too hard on the accelerator. Conserves, there we are, conserves energy. It's 4 more. Third man is up inside the circle.
I've seen Yusuf Pathan play in a few of these competitions before. He starts slow, and if he gets himself in and then spin comes on, he's got a chance of getting India back into this game. He'll look to take Doherty down. You've got to look to get him out early. But just going back to about Yuvraj Singh, what makes him so uncomplicated as well is he's not looking to get his foot to the pitch of the ball. You don't in 2020. It's all about hands. Think about Brian Lara. It's all about hands, the ability to manipulate the ball into the area that you want to hit it. There he is, the great man. And you think about all the greats. He was one of them. Tendulkar, Miandad, Viv Richards. They could just manipulate the ball into the areas that they wanted it to go into. 8 gone, 59 for 3.
Oh, it's played.
Split. You got us right some over back. Come on, come on. Come on.
Australia 199 for 5. India chasing 200, 59 for 3. So Yusuf Pathan, it's a good sign for India that Yusuf has seen, just seen the pace of the pitch, adjusted to it. 11 balls he's faced and he's got 12, so he's going to move into another gear here. The momentum has to be increased. Going along at 7.3, they need to score at 11.8. Yuvraj likes that area, but they've got it covered. Aaron Finch is the fielder. That's a go-to area for Yuvraj.
Yeah, and think about what Christian will try and do. He'll mix up his paces. He's not express pace anyway, but about a lot of off-cutters. He'll go round to the left-hander of Yuvraj. He's just having a word about the side screen or something behind the arm that is affecting him. Whatever it is, there's a little issue. Always surprises me, batters. See things. Just watch the ball. Just watch the ball. It's simple. We used to have a guy at Derbyshire called Peter Bowler, and I can tell you now he could see something distracting from 3 miles away. he'd stop the whole game, and somebody be in their house on a balcony just putting their washing out. No, you can't do that. And you can imagine the reply, this is my house, you know, if I want to put me washing out, I'll put me washing out.
Good shot, he's hit this well, but it's only one.
Did you have any issues when you batted?
No.
You didn't worry about that, did you? What, number 10, 11?
Well, no, a bit higher.
9?
No, yeah, now and
8?
again. But I wasn't in long enough.
No.
For the washing to distract me. The occasional bell. I'll have to reload. Of course, you know what a bell ringer is. It is a campanologist.
Absolutely. He'll be playing here, won't he, tomorrow, Ian Bell?
Yes.
Look at it everywhere. There'll be one rung tomorrow, won't they? James Anderson's last test match starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, it is. Lords.
Down at Lords against the West Indies.
Just beginning to sense from Yusuf that he's going to open up here. 9 gone, 65 for 3.
Same as what we've had, yeah.
9 overs for then the India champions are 65 for 1 with 3 wins.
What do you want, Christo? What do you go have? Here
65 for 3 India. At this stage, Australia 71 for 3. Not a lot in it. This is the partnership, which is just put on 26 from 26. Rahul Sharma only had the 1 over today.
left arm round.
Didn't quite find his rhythm, and was only given 6 balls.
Ball going.
So spin into the attack, Doherty, and I'm sure both Yuvraj and Yusuf Pathan will look to attack him. And on this surface, if he doesn't get this right, this ground won't be big enough, but he's a clever bowler.
Oi, well bowl, Dowie.
Just had a feeling that Yuvraj was looking at mid-wicket. I think he changed his shot. Owners of Team India looking a little concerned at the moment. It's this partnership that has got to get them close to this daunting target.
Oi, bowled.
This is the competition, it's the duel right here, isn't it?
Just these next 3 balls, I was talking to Waqar Younis about it. You sense things, especially now when you've played and you're up in the comm box or coaching, you sense in the next couple of balls, one of these 2 batters is going to look to try and hit him out of Northampton.
Oh, he hasn't caught hold of this. It's gone straight up to cover point. What a mix-up. What an awful mix-up that was. 3 Australian fielders converging on the ball, and not one of them put a finger on it.
Well, 2 very stiff bowlers. One Nathan Coulter-Nile, the other one the captain Brett Lee. So you're going to get that. I spoke to Brett Lee earlier. I said, how have you pulled up? He said, stiff.
Where's that gone?
And you'd expect that because some of these guys have not bowled for a long time. It's good fielding in the end, and to do it back to back, it's not easy.
He's on ice skates out there. Bold, Dowie. It's a great set. Cheese.
10 overs have been bowled here. India,
Watching.
71 for 3. Umpires will give us a signal. We're going to have a timeout and drinks.
Time for the strategic timeout. Chalo, India can get the first shot by Chukki.
129 needed of the 60 deliveries left, close to 13 and over. In comparison, Australia at the same stage of the game were 80 for 3. And that's when Dan Christian got that 69 from 33 deliveries. In the last 4 overs, the Australia champions really calculated and got 78 of the last 4 overs with Yuvraj there, and as well as Yusuf Pathan there. Game could change. Yusuf Pathan came out to open, got out for 9. He was looking to go big. Fantastic catch by Nathan Coulter-Nile. Robin Uthappa got a couple of boundaries and then departed for 12. Suresh Raina didn't read the slower ball at all on that occasion. Nathan Coulter-Nile picking up that wicket as well. Was that a little feather on it straight after that 2.5 minute strategic timeout? Yuvraj Singh has feathered one straight to the wicket keeper there, Tim Payne. That's an important wicket that Dan Christian has just picked up. And all happy faces. Puneet Singh there, team owner of the Australia champions. Hint of width, was looking to go square, looking to find that boundary. That's a little feather. The inside edge, and Tim Payne cleanses up, and great bit of glove work there. Yuvraj Singh departs for 19. The Indian champions 71 for 4.
Leg stump there. That's middle. Round you back, 5 to come.
71 for 4. Pawan Negi, the new man in. Can strike a big ball, but he just needs to find the middle of the bat on a couple of occasions as well. We need a couple of more overs of 10 and 11 to just get things rolling again for the India champions. This is how Yuvraj Singh went.
Another slower delivery. Feathered it to Tim Payne. A big disappointment for the Indian supporters. Yuvraj Singh is starting to drizzle now. That drizzle has got that bit heavier. I need a big over. I went for it, Yusuf. I didn't get enough on it. It's definitely a big over here is what Indian champions need.
Yeah, Deep, it was that innings from Dan Christian that just changed the tempo in favour of the Australia champions. Hit 7 sixes in that phase. 69 from 33 deliveries. This goes to show this is a really good surface to bat on.
It is a good surface to bat on, but I think he made it look better than what it actually is. That innings from Dan Christian. Because I thought he was absolutely brilliant. I got a little help from the Indian bowlers as well. They weren't really at their on their A game. But then that was a superb innings. There's still a little bit for the bowlers, and this drizzle's not going to help the Indian batters.
Well, now it's 20 deliveries into this phase of the game that they still haven't got a boundary. And that drizzle that you talk about, Dave, is getting heavier and heavier.
And also, it's not that great for the bowlers, isn't it, Nikhil? It gets really wet, that ball, and it just feels like a wet bar of soap. Not easy to grip. Just 4 runs from that over. 75 for 4 after 11.
75 for 4. A couple of umbrellas coming out. That rain is getting a little heavier as well. Yeah, especially for the finger spinners. It doesn't get easy with that wet ball as well. Down the leg side. So have a look at the umpire. It just probably runs. Yeah, it gets really tough in these sort of conditions. Wet ball and the cold weather as well.
Yeah, you know it better than I do. Being a spinner yourself, it's so difficult, this wet cooker. There's a great opportunity here for Yusuf, and especially Negi. Oh, that's nice. That's very well placed indeed. That skidded onto the bat. Hurried Yusuf, but he was up to the task.
The deep extra cover fielder was pretty straight. Really nicely timed. Watch the pace off the surface. Just goes to show when that ball gets slightly wet, it skids on nicely. So you can get plenty of opportunities to use that sort of pace and go square at the wicket as well.
And also as a spinner, you're not really trying to give it a tweak, is it? You're just trying to land it in that area that you want to. Because you kind of lose all kind of control over that ball. So it's very difficult to control, and especially if you're trying to spin that ball. So more often than not, especially a finger spinner would try to just dart it in, right? Not just give it a tweak.
It gets really tough, Deep. I remember playing the '99 World Cup here in England. We had hand warmers. It got so cold to try and grip and put some revs on the ball. It was tough. That's his area. That's his area. Pawan Negi gets one of those flat ease my trip sixes.
Well, that's the reason he's been sent ahead of a lot of the other batters. The fact that he's a left-hander. As soon as Yuvraj got out, another southpaw came out, and exactly for that reason. It was right in the slot. Goes flat and long. Pawan Negi. He needs to play a blinder here. One of them. It's Yusuf or Negi. Both of them are capable.
Well, till that time, Xavier Doherty is bowling. Pawan Negi will chance his arm.
I reckon he rather goes a lot straighter than what he is, because he's not going to turn. He's trying to hit with the turn more towards square leg or wideish mid-wicket. Straight boundaries are short. Go straighter.
Bowling.
Nicely bowled. In between length, back of length. 12 overs done, 89 for 4.
89 for 4. Still need 111 runs in the 48 deliveries left at close to 14 and over. Well, the India champions got 14 in the previous over. Let's have a look at that comparison. Losing 3 wickets in the power play. And the run rate just dips. Well, the important thing is deep. We know Xavier Doherty, Pawan Negi will go after the spinners. But can Yusuf Pathan go after Peter Siddle?
They don't have an option, do they? A required run rate 14, over 14 and over from here on 110 or 47. So they've got to just go after everything now. And the fact that Yusuf Pathan has kind of said he's been out there for 22 deliveries, that helps. That helps his cause. It's not going to be easy. Looking at Peter Siddle, he's given away 15 so far. Full toss, that was a gift. Easy pickings for Yusuf Pathan.
The rare bat delivery from Peter Siddle just goes to show, with a little bit of rain on the outfield as well, getting tougher for the bowler to control the release, the wet seam. Rare delivery from Peter Siddle.
Right, so boundary in the second delivery. So they're 5 of the first 2. They've got to make this count on the next 4 deliveries. They have to convert this into a big one. The more you think about it and you realize weather like this, the drizzle and everything else, it's more difficult for the bowlers than the batters. Oh, nicely bowled. A wild swing from Yusuf Pathan, nowhere near the ball.
Just a slash, the way Yusuf was looking to go square on that occasion. Have a look at that. It was slower delivery. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss.
Again, trying to go leg-side-ish, trying to attack the vacant mid-wicket area. He's not happy with that ball. Again, look at that shot. He's trying to go mid-wicket rather than going straight. The straight boundaries are very short. They're hardly, what, 50, 55 yards. Rather than the mid-wicket, which is going to be the longest part of the ground. Go on, Yusuf. Down the ground. Tries going down the ground. Top edge. Goes over third. And trickles its way into the boundary line.
Well, still 1 delivery left in the over. You got to 9. Got the boundary that he was looking for. There's that back of the length delivery. Always was looking to go over point as well. Just opening the face of the bat. Ball skidding on and gets the top part of the bat. We'll take that boundary.
Big delivery. Last one of the over. Nicely bowled. We'll keep strike for the next over. Yusuf with that single, 10 from it, 99 for 4.
2 wickets for Nathan Coulter-Nile. He's bowled 7 dot balls out of the 12 that he's bowled so far. Picking up those 2 wickets, a wicket for Peter Siddle as well. Dan Christian picking up a wicket as well. Yusuf Pathan 35 not out. The rest of the guys got starts for the India champions and unable to convert that start. Chasing 200, you need some of your big guns to convert those starts. Still looking to go square is Yusuf Pathan. Yeah, when the ball gets wet deep, the better option, like you've been saying, A, you target the straighter boundaries, and B, when it skids on, it's a much easier shot to play, more percentage shot to play. The India champions getting to 100 is from here on in. The 78 runs of the last 4 that the Australia champions got could be that deciding factor.
Definitely yes. That's good bowling as well. The length that Laughlin's been bowling, back of the length. Again, we were talking about square boundaries being very long. That's exactly as a bowler where you want the batters to go, square off the wicket.
The chief patron of the WCL, Mr. Nishant Pitti. That's a really good delivery, especially when the ball's wet, to be able to execute that Yorker left of your screen. Mr. Nishant Pitti, chief patron of WCL and the co-founder of Ease My Trip, and on his right, the right of your screen, Mr. Girish Malik. Got celebrities in the house, Deep. We've got a film director from Bollywood in the house as well.
We've got you.
Yusuf Pathan, Yusuf wanted a strike. Yeah, but with that sort of pace and the ball coming on, it's better for Pawan Negi to try and use the pace.
Yeah, again, down the ground. That's what both of us are suggesting here. Now that rain's getting heavier now. Hasn't really timed it well enough. The toe end of the bat, and holds it out to Dan Christian. He's not going to make a mistake like that. Easy catch for Dan Christian. Another one bites the dust.
No real time. Watch the bat turn in the hands of Pawan Negi completely. This goes to show the kind of grip pressure he had on the bat. If you're looking to hit a 6, it's better you have that sort of grip pressure. Pawan Negi goes for 11. It's 102 for 5.
Middle.
Ambati Rayudu, the new man in for the India champions. More than 6,000 runs in his name. Opened the innings against the Pakistan champions, but with an injury coming lower down the order, and you can clearly see the discomfort in his shoulder. It's 102 for 5.
Bowler's right arm over back. Backward point.
98 needed from the 36 deliveries. Really well bowled by all the Australia champions bowlers, especially Nathan Coulter-Nile, keeping things simple, hitting the hard lengths as well. The change of paces work really well, disguises that slower ball. It's just that skiddiness off the surface now with that wet ball and that extra bit of bounce.
It's the wicket of Pavan Negi. Yeah, Q end of the bat. I didn't get the elevation he wanted, neither the distance. Yeah, his stay was rather short and not as productive as Harbhajan would have wanted or Yuvraj would have wanted. The new batter, Rayudu. Oh, that's nicely played. He was hurried, managed it really well in the end, Yusuf. And that's his strength, Coulter-Nile's that is. Hits the deck hard, gets that ball to skid. But very well managed in the end by Yusuf.
He was hurried, make no mistake about it. With a wet ball, adjusted really well towards the end. Just swiveling on that front leg.
That reaction on Yusuf's face, that was priceless. He's getting the ball up to skid through. Another slow one, goes over extra cover. That's a quality shot. He's in complete control of that one.
Far better strike from Yusuf Pathan. Going inside out, more percentage shot. Much more in control of that shot. Against a wet ball, surface ball skidding onto the bat.
Oh, well ball. Good reply from Nathan Coulter-Nile. It's so difficult to control this wet ball and get it where you want to. Superb Yorker. Now that brings Ambati Rayudu on strike. Finally makes his way out into the center. Struggling a little bit with his shoulder. Kind of injured himself while fielding.
Yeah, even when Ambati Rayudu played that first delivery, I just feel that he's still not 100% with his right shoulder.
He timed it well, but straight to the fielder, will only get a single. Oh, Finchy does well, diving. Yeah, most of the Australian champions, they're actually still playing cricket, competitive cricket. And you can see it, the way they're fielding.
Let's have a look at that shoulder there, on the right shoulder, just getting extended, and that face, the expression says it all. And that's why he's batting lower down the order as well. Otherwise, he would have been opening the innings as well. 11 from the over. It's 113 for 5.
5 overs remaining then, 87. This is going to take something special from India from here. The moment you'd say that Australia are in control of this game. You never know. Dan Christian with his third over, 1 for 10 so far. Yusuf Pathan closing in on a half century. Strike rate of 137 at the moment. 1 big over, or probably 2 big overs at least.
Koki, all big overs. That's what they require. Required run rate is over 17, so they need to really kick on. This is the time when India were bowling. They were left behind. So many runs were scored in those last 4 overs. 78 runs were scored, and they've been outstanding in the field also. I think the last 4 overs, 78 runs, really given them the momentum also going into field, the Australians.
I'm not sure who is actually at extra cover here. I think he gets a little bit of a left hand on it. A little bit, and then watch how cutting, is able to use the rain, and he can slide. I think they're just checking. Well, I think they're fine, actually. It's absolutely fine. When I say 2 big overs, I'm saying 2 25s. Yeah. That's 50. And then 3 overs, leaving 30. That's when I'm meaning 2 big overs.
I know what you're saying. But they're not going to get it like this.
No. I don't understand why he's not swinging off his feet here. Baseball player, stand, open up, smash.
Every dot delivery means the required run rate goes up by at least 1.5, adding more into what the required run rate. Go on, Rayudu. Oh, it was in the arc. Just one.
Big, you're plus 12 already tonight.
Yeah, straight delivery. The better things what Australians did then, the Indians, was just their ball nice and straight. They didn't give any width. And Christian was outstanding with the bat, and now he's just delivering with the ball. Not on that occasion. That's gone. That's gone. That's gone. That's out of here. Magnificent hit. Need few of them.
Another ease my trip 6. 50 up as well for Yusuf Pathan. 54 from 36, strike rate of 150. His first 6. Now, is this a spark he needs? Only got 1 ball to go in the over. They still need 77 from 25. It's nearly 18.5 and over. Gets a 4. So a decent end to the over, but it's still only 14 from the over. 16 gone, 127 for 5.
Well, the first one was a slow delivery, picked it up nicely by Yusuf Pathan. That brought his 50. Little slow in the beginning, but then recovered well. Beautiful shot to follow. Played it a little late and chopped it for 4. 73. 73 required of 24. The capability is there, but it is definitely a tall task. Brett Lee bringing himself back into the attack. Need a massive over here, Koki.
2 overs, none for 19 then for the Australia captain so far. 73 from 24. Happy with that, Australia are happy with that. Just ones are not going to hurt them. Bakar Yunus has just taken a little break. Girish Malik, who is a film director, joins me, a cricket fanatic who made the movie on cricket, Tourbaz. What have you made of the legends and this form of the game so far?
Just to begin with, look at
Good evening, by the way.
Good evening, Dominic. It's Brett Lee is bowling, and now you see Yusuf Pathan on the crease. I mean, what a beautiful moment. Like, can you imagine that, we could have seen this all over again? And it's such a beautiful moment. And here he goes. 4. He's by trip 4, right?
Great shot. Absolutely great shot. You could just see it was just slightly over pitched, and he extended his arms over extra cover. Beautiful looking shot.
What energy, what energy. Beautiful. I think for me, cricket is all about energy, and this roar and the audience and the bond, everything is so beautiful here.
Just after this ball, I'm going to ask you about your movie. This one just picked up. Does he get it in the gap? No, brilliant. Australia have been exceptional on a wet outfield. They have been brilliant, not just here, but also at Edgbaston. Ask you about the movie on cricket. Tell us about it.
Yes, okay. Now, Tourbaz means Black Falcon. So the Black Falcon Tourbaz was all about these refugee children in Afghanistan, how they play the last cricket match of their life and how it changes the life of these children of war. That was this film was all about, and it was very special for me and to showcase that how a game of cricket can change so many people's life. That's what it just motivates you. It just brings that bond together, and it also gives you another reason to live and to move on.
Got it. Has he got it though? I don't think he has got this. It's got it right in the gap, and they're going to pick up 2. And it is a good story because obviously cricket bonds everybody together. You don't have to go on and represent your country to actually why it bonds you, and probably that's what is for you as a director, that you're going around to poor countries and people, and it's about bringing everybody together.
Absolutely. I think this is the best medium. I think sports is the best medium, and obviously for us, India, I mean for us, our life is all about cricket. Like as we grow up, we only eat, live, drink, only cricket.
And that will be a boundary. I want to thank you for coming on. Appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the last bits. Hopefully India are coming back into it.
Yes, I guess I should continue for a bit because India is doing so well right now. But anyway, thank you, Dominic.
Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it.
All right.
A little bit of width on offer. And this one was hit out towards that extra cover region. So a decent over, 13 from the first 5 deliveries. 60 from 19 required from here, you never know. Give yourself an opportunity. 70 from 41 for Yusuf Pathan. Brett Lee, a little bit expensive. You don't say that very often. Now a bit of pressure, Waqar Younis, who joins me back here. And you've been in this situation so many times.
Look, I think it's a little bit out of the reach when I look at it. But with Yusuf Pathan at the crease, who's on 70 or 41 deliveries, you never know. They need to just keep swinging their bat. This delivery is very, very crucial. Very, very well bowled, but he'll still fetch a boundary. It was a good delivery. Good end of the over. 18 off it. It's 145 for 5.
Just got a little bit too straight, with square leg up in the circle. We've seen how quick this outfield is. So, right, break it down. 18 balls. They need at least 18 runs and over. Big over of over 20, and then all of a sudden then, the belief, which I'm sure is in these two in the middle, because the partnership is 43 from 20, so that's nearly enough to a ball. It is to a ball. So all of a sudden, Waqar, you just play with the mind of the opposition.
Yeah, I mean, this game is not over, for sure. The man is on 74, Yusuf Pathan, so don't take it easy, Australia. This is a small ground. Rayudu is also going to go now. Where did that go? Where did that go? That's gone for 4. Good start of the over.
Belief now. Now there's belief. Belief on that boundary line. Look at them, they're loving it. Indian supporters. It isn't easy for these bowlers, by the way, because this ball is damp. They've stayed on, so credit to the teams, the umpires. They've stayed on when it rained a little bit. It is damp out there.
When towels come out, that means the team is worried. It's little damp. Yes, it is, but still a tall task. What about this one? Straight to the man. Every dot delivery is going to put pressure on India.
Yeah, Ben Lachlan has been here so many times. Played a lot in the Big Bash. You can just see that worm. Needs to start climbing again, needs to start climbing right now. Cannot have any dot balls right now. No, he's not got that. Straight out to deep mid-wicket. Australia are happy. 1s and 2s, game is done.
Rayudu is definitely struggling with his right shoulder straight away, hitting that ball, and he took his hand off the handle and he felt it in his shoulder, so that's not a good sign. but it all depends on Yusuf Pathan, who's on attack now. Big delivery coming up. Lovely delivery, great delivery, nice and straight into the stumps. Only one.
And also the fact it's a length ball, and you think, wow, that should go out the park, but it doesn't. You can see exactly what it means to both teams. Whoever wins goes straight through the semi-final on Friday with a game to go as well, and the opportunity to perhaps go top as well. Yeah, that's okay. And the reason why you want to be top, because you're going to play fourth place, so maybe slightly a weaker side. First place fourth, second place third.
After getting hit for 4 on the first delivery, Brett Lee has really pulled things back. Only 3 runs been given since then. Need 6 now. Bringing all his experience into play. Brett Lee, 152 for 5.
$199 for 5. They remember Australia champions. Good performance from Dan Christian with his 69 from 33.
Can't leave 24 in the last over. So this over has to be over 24. Maybe 28. That's what they should be aiming. And Rayudu is facing, who's having issue with his right shoulder. Again, first couple of deliveries going to be really, really crucial. The fielder, the point fielder comes in. That means he's going to attack the leg stump. Brett Lee in the air. Tim Payne coming under it. Just a little too big for him. Only one of the first delivery.
I think I'm just hearing Brett Lee, he'll have to have another pair of boots. Whether that front one is ripped again. He did it the other day at Edgbaston. I think he's going to have another boot. Whether he... Yeah, you can just see the heel has come away from the actual boot. I think they're trainers that are made up with a leather sole. You can see that the spikes are put in. And he's just got to be careful. You don't want any injuries there. You can see it, that front leg. That is typical Brett Lee, that brace front leg.
Yeah, those boots, they take some serious pounding. And it's a little damp. They become a little heavy also with that black sole. And I'm sure he didn't bring too many pairs. So he'll probably have to use his son's shoes, maybe. But the game is being slowed down also.
Well, he mentioned to me, well, if Neil McKenzie can have his son have a catch, he's going to get Preston on at some stage. Maybe with the fact that if they win this game, then they're guaranteed a semi-final, he might be on. Caught Lee boldly. Can't use them, though. There's no spikes at them. Nice trainers, them.
But I don't think he'd be used tonight. But, yeah, going forward in the next game, maybe he'll come and do some fielding. These Australians have put in a real hard yard into the last few games. So maybe a couple of them will look to rest and will be requiring some fielding help. So the sun might come into play. The momentum is kind of shifted now. Once the game slows down, it is not the same. Especially it is more unfair to the batters, because if they're feeling good about themselves and you slow down the game, it always helps the fielding side. Yusuf Pathan, 75 not out on 44 delivery. He was a little slow in the beginning, and I thought Yuvraj Singh also in the middle when they lost 3 wickets, they were not sure which way to go. So they took a little bit extra time, and that's why that's the reason why they're facing this situation.
Brett Lee already now. Slower delivery. And just be 2 again. Yeah, I think when India look back on this, 78 off the last 4 overs they conceded. That's the difference between the 2 sides at the moment. Dan Christian and Ben Cuttings. Ben Cutting.
Well, the Aussies are not giving anything away, let alone the bowling, but in the field they're sliding, they're making sure that the boundaries are cut every time. Another fantastic delivery. Nice and full, not allowing Yusuf Pathan to get under it. This is a pitch where you want bowlers to bowl a little bit of length so you can just get under it. This is a perfect delivery at this stage of the game. Required run rate almost 30.
Picked up. 1 bounce towards Dan Christian. It's a fine leg. It's what you do as a bowler, and you've done it, well, you did it throughout your career. Don't try anything different. Kill the game.
Is there something left in this game? Tough. It's hard. Brett Lee has been too good for them. Little expensive early on, but now he's doing the job for his team. Yeah, another fantastic delivery. He's asked Rayudu to just go back, or decided no, let's take a single. It's the last delivery. No, it's not. It's still 1 more ball to go. I think that's what they were chatting in the standing right in the middle.
Well, I think, look, you've got to take, while there's still a chance of winning, look, it's going to have to take a 6 now, and then 6 is all the way through, so you cannot turn it down. This last ball has to go for 6, and then at least you've got a chance, 6 sixes, to win the game. Hope there's a couple of waist-high full tosses, then you get a couple of free hits. You've just got to make sure that you keep yourself in it.
Corky, you're asking for too much now.
Top edge. Does it go all the way? No. Just looking at whether this is a bouncer over shoulder height. Remember that none of them are allowed.
Come and drive, seriously.
Remaining fixtures in the World Championship of Legends. That's a big game. West Indies versus England. That is tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon here in Northampton. And the afternoon game, South Africa, who can't buy a win at the moment, against Pakistan, undefeated. And then the following day, West Indies take on Australia, India, South Africa. A day off, then the semi-finals. In the air. I think this has gone over extra into that big gap. Brilliant. I think that's Dan Christian. It is Dan Christian.
He can't do anything wrong tonight, isn't it? Did he stop that, or did he touch the rope? We'll have a look at it. No timing on that. Yeah, I think it's gone over the rope. It just touched the rope before he flicked it back. This angle will give us a better picture. There. It did touch the rope before he just did that somersault. There should be 4 given. Yep. Little too late, I would say. Oh, thanks.
Straight down. That will be back-to-back boundaries. A little bit too little, too late for India. They may get a lot closer and think, how have we just lost this?
Well, they have more or less lost this game. So what they can do is they just can hit a couple of more boundaries and get closer to that total what they were chasing. So if it comes to run rate, maybe a little later in the tournament, who knows what will happen. So the two top teams, Australia, edge 4 more. Pakistan already in the semi-final, so just keep an eye on the run rate and see how it goes and what happens further in the tournament. 3 boundaries, the first 3 balls, but they left it little too late.
Yeah, and it was that partnership, wasn't it, that has just taken this game away from India between Dan Christian and Ben Cutting. Is that out? No. Australia have just looked, after that first loss in their opening game, whether they've just got to grips with conditions, the bowling, being back bowling and batting. You know, when you've got Marsh and Finch at the top and Dunk, it's a hard top 3 to bowl to, that.
I think it was poor bowling right at the end. They just bowled those half volleys or half trackers which were punished. 78 of the last 4 overs, that's where they lost the game and caught. Coulter-Nile was the man, and deep was taken Yusuf's catch, who hit it straight into his hands, and that's the 6th wicket gone down. Batted quite nicely, Yusuf, but little late.
Yeah, they've fielded well, haven't they, Australia? And that catch was taken quite comfortably. Good innings, though, from Yusuf Pathan. 78 from 48, and India champions, 172 for 6. Last ball then, Harbhajan Singh hit straight towards extra cover. The first bit of poor fielding we've seen from Australia, and this will go through to end it with a boundary, but a win for Australia, and into the semi-finals as well they go. Australia win by 23 runs. A happy Brett Lee, captain of Australia. They bowled well, they batted well, they fielded well, and deserved their position in the semi-finals.
India won the toss and decided to bowl first on a real good pitch. Ball swung a little. They did pick up early wickets, but it was Dan Christian who really punished them right at the end and put up a mammoth total. It was difficult when Australia came on to bowl. They bowled beautifully. They bowled right lengths on this surface, the slow deliveries, and also kept on taking wickets. They did not allow a big partnerships to build. Yuvraj Singh will be very unhappy with the progress for today, but they're not out of this tournament, sure. Nobody's out of the tournament yet, but 2 teams who have already qualified for the semis is Australia and Pakistan, already sitting at the top.
Yep, both sides will have opportunities for Australia, maybe play and rotate if they've got any players fit in their squad. For India, well, try and get Gurkirat Man back fit. That'll be important when they take on South Africa, who haven't had the best of times and are struggling with fitness issues. But for Australia, it's simple. Through to the semi-finals. Who they play? Well, there's still games to take place, so still lots to play for in this Ease My Trip World Championship of Legends. Double games come your way. Double headers tomorrow and Wednesday, day off Thursday, and into the semi-finals. So India champions were set 200 to win. Didn't get off to the best of starts. Yusuf Pathan, who was elevated up to open with Robin Uthappa, went early. So did Raina and Yuvraj Singh, and it was down to Yusuf Pathan with his 78 from 48 and Rayudu with 26 from 17. .32 between Yuvraj and Yusuf, 31 between Negi and Yusuf, and that big partnership just couldn't quite get India back into the game. As 70 between Rayudu and Yusuf Pathan.
When Australia came on to bowl, they were just right on the money. They might look a little expensive, but they bowled in the right area. This was a very, very good pitch. 2 wickets for Sidhu, 2 for Coulter-Nile. I thought he was wonderful. Wicket for Lachlan and wicket for Christian. And the match summary. There was a big target, 199. India needed 200 to win this game. Couldn't manage it. They only managed 166. They lost 176. They lost 6 wickets. And the Australia champions winning this game by 23.
So let's show you what that means regarding the table. You see qualified against Pakistan with their 4 wins from 4, and Australia with their 3 wins from 4. Who will be in that top 4? Well, there's still lots of games to come your way. Will it be India? Will it be England? Will it be the West Indies? Or could South Africa drag themselves off the bottom? We're going to take a quick break. On the other side will be the post-match presentation. Welcome back to the County Ground in Northampton. First game here in the World Championship of Legends, match 11. And it was Yuvraj Singh who won the toss, decided to have a bowl first. Australia champions got to 199 for 5, thanks to an excellent partnership between Dan Christian, 69 from 33, and Ben Cutting, 24 from 13. 41 for Marsh and 26 for Ferguson. Kulkarni, a little bit expensive, 2 for 48. And Harbhajan, excellent, 1 for 16. In reply, the India champions just couldn't quite get going, 176 for 6. Yusuf Pathan with the top score of 78 from 48. 26 from 17 from Rayudu. And Coulter-Nile continues with his wickets, 2 for 19 off 3. And Siddle, 2 for 40 from 4. You're just joining us, we're going to show you some highlights. It was a little bit tricky early on this pitch, a little bit of seam movement. They tried to muscle their way, Marsh and Finch. An absolute beauty from Yuvraj Singh. Wasn't easy. You can see how well they've played throughout this tournament. Both Finch, Marsh and Dunk. Dunk tried to go downtown, which he's done throughout his first 3 games. Good catch. Beauty from Harbhajan Singh to get rid of the informed Sean Marsh. And Wakar Yunis, India at this stage were in control until Dan Christian, Ferguson and late on Cutting.
Yeah, the biggest surprise for me is that Harbhajan Singh didn't finish his quota of bowling. He bowled 3 overs, magnificent 3 overs. Allowed these late order batsmen to just free their arms and hit those big sixes. They were in control at that stage. They knew what they required, what they need, and they just kept on hitting. They kept on going. Hit plenty of sixes, 11 sixes in total from Australians, and put up a bit too bigger of a target for India. This was amazing hitting by Dan Christian. And it was really, really tough. And Harbhajan Singh just got rid of him right at the end of the game. And then, with Rayudu not fit, allowed Yusuf Pathan. How good was that catch, Koki?
Very good. Nathan Coulter-Nile seemed to take it quite comfortably in the end. Uthappa, who has been in exceptional form, tried to get this partnership going, and eventually, as soon as Nathan Coulter-Nile came into the attack, got rid of him and got rid of Rainer as well. Slower ball into the surface, and then it took something to try and get India back into it. Yuvraj Singh just nicked one off Dan Christian. Yusuf Pathan on the other end was just trying. With power, Negi played really well. Yusuf Pathan brought up his half century. 78 off 48 for Yusuf Pathan. But just couldn't quite get the momentum. There was no big over thanks to some exceptional bowling from Brett Lee in the end, even though you'll see him concede a few boundaries here. And the pressure was on both Siddle, Brett Lee, stunted their chase. Meant that Australia champions won by 23 runs, and they go second in the table. Pakistan 4 from 4. Australia 6 points. India, England, West Indies, South Africa chasing those final 2 places and qualify for the semi-finals, which is here on Friday, and then on Saturday the final. That goes back to Edgbaston, so still lots to play for. And remember, this is the first game, a single header day today. We then go back to 2 games a day. So tomorrow, big game, West Indies versus England. England coming off 2 losses. That starts at 12:30 local time. South Africa, who can't buy a win, up against Pakistan, undefeated. That's the afternoon game. And then the following day, the last day of qualification, West Indies take on already qualified Australia, and India, Their last game, it'll all be in their hands. Maybe they take on South Africa. So Waqar, still lots to play for.
Yeah, two very important days coming up and some good games coming up because a lot at stake. Yes, there are a couple of teams who have already sort of qualified, one should say, or they're pretty much there. But there's a lot to play for South Africa, West Indies, India, and of course England. So don't miss out tomorrow and day after. We are here at Northampton County Ground, and we're going to have 2 more days here, and then of course a semi-final on this ground.
Yeah, and the crowd came in today, which was good, and hopefully they come in the next couple of days, and also the semi-finals here on Friday. So a good win for Australia. It's time for the post-match presentation with Nikhil Chopra.
Another exciting and entertaining game of cricket here at the WCL. The India champions versus the Australia champions. Good evening and welcome to the presentation post-match. First, the WCL management would like to thank their sponsors, their title sponsors, Ease My Trip, their platinum partner 96.com, and their associate sponsor, Meteora Developers and MG Lion. And our venue partners, the Northamptonshire County Cricket Club and the ECB. Thank you. And I'd like to congratulate the Australia champions on winning this game. And time to introduce my presentation party. On my left, Mr. Nishant Pitti, founder of the Ease My Trip and the chief patron of the WCL. And on his left, Mr. Puneet Singh, the ever-smiling team owner, the happy man, the happy team owner of the Australia champions. And on his left, Mr. Jaspal Bara, the co-owner of the Team India champion. And on his left, we've got Mr. Daniel Vernon, the head of commercial Northamptonshire. Good evening, gentlemen. First, I will request Mr. Daniel Vernon to step forward and give away the prize for the best batter of the match, Yusuf Pathan, for his effort tonight. 78 of 48 deliveries, very nearly getting the India champions across the line. That's good. Good to see Yusuf Pathan strike a few. And now I request Mr. Jaspal Bara to present the meaty, sweet moments of the match. The check of $500 to Nathan Coulter-Nile for that phenomenal catch of Irfan Pathan. Had to cover a lot of ground, running backwards, the outstretched hands, and taking that catch. Nathan Coulter-Nile. And now I will request Mr. Puneet Singh to step forward and give the check of player of the match to Mr. Dan Christian. The check by Mr. Puneet Singh. Dan Christian, 1 innings, 69 from 33. And I would request Mr. Nishant Pitti to hand over the trophy of player of the match. Well played, Dan. 69 of 33. Enjoyed striking the ball.
Yeah, it was good fun. The wicket was really good, and the boys got us off to a good start at the start of the inning. So once I knew that I'd faced a few balls, I knew it was going to get a bit easier, and yeah, thankfully got away with a few.
Well, 69 of 33, 7 sixes in that. Where have you been training?
I haven't been. It's just been the last few weeks, or the last week or so, being here with the guys, and yeah, it's been nice to get back into it. And I think the competitive juices get flowing a little bit once you get out there.
Your thoughts on the tournament, getting a chance to be back with your mates who represent the country with, and getting an opportunity once again, sharing the dressing room?
Yeah, it's been fantastic. We've loved it. As you say, it's been a great opportunity for us to get back together and spend time around the hotel and go out for dinner and then obviously be on the bus and come to the games and play these games and get those competitive juices flowing again. We've really enjoyed the last few games and we're starting to actually play some good cricket, so it's been nice.
Great, thank you so much. We enjoyed watching you bat out there tonight. Now request Mr. Yuvraj Singh to come forward with his little one. How nice is that? Yuvi, you had the game covered in the first 6, but the last 4 overs, 78, was that too many?
Yeah, that was a bit hard on us. I thought we bowled pretty well throughout the overs and gave too many runs of death, but I think we ought to take responsibility in batting as well. We lost too many wickets in the power play, and I couldn't bat through, so I have to take that responsibility as well to win the game. And credit to Australia, I think Dan Christian played really well, bowled well, and they played better cricket than us. Simple as that.
You had a forced couple of injuries, Gurkirat Man just prior to the game, and Ambati Rayudu while fielding his shoulder. Irfan Pathan was sent to open the innings because of that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we were a bit unlucky because two of our main players got injured, and then Irfan unfortunately had to open, so that. But end of the day, you still have to play good cricket to win the game, and we didn't do that.
One more game against South Africa, the boys gear up for that?
I have to, no choice. I mean, we have to win that and see if we qualify as semis, so let's see.
Little one, golfer or cricketer in the future?
Well, I'm telling him to play more golf than cricket, but hopefully he'll stick to golf. No cricket, right?
What's his name?
Orion.
Good luck. Whatever your heart says, Ryan. Go out and be the champion that you want to be. And request Mr. Bradley. Banger. Well done, Brad. What, 8 wickets in the tournament? Enjoying bowling?
Yeah, look, it's been fun. Thanks to India, they put up a wonderful competition today, and I thought our guys have really hit our straps down and starting to find some form.
Was your little one? I saw him fielding, helping out the other day as well. He's around?
Yeah, Preston's around. He's not that little anymore, 6'1", but certainly enjoying his cricket, and he's helping out with the boys, which is nice.
Your thoughts on the tournament, the WCL, competing with some of the other old mates and some people that you've competed against as well?
Yeah, look, the standard's outstanding. It's quality players, world-class players, guys I've played my whole career against, and certainly had fun doing it. The wickets have been good. The tournament's outstanding. Looking forward to a couple more days of it.
Dan Christian was saying that you're not taking the boys for training. If he's batting like that, Aaron Finch, Sean Marsh, couple of nets before the semi-final or no nets?
No, look, I think the guys have all prepared very, very well, but everyone's athletes. Everyone's done it for 25 years or so, so I'll leave it up to them to get ready. But definitely on game day, the boys hop on the bus and we're pretty excited.
Well, it's always a pleasure to watch you bowl and play this competitive form of cricket as well, Binga. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Love it. Thank you.
Yeah, happy Brett Lee. There's lots more games coming your way in the World Championships of Legends 2024. West Indies champions up against England champions. That's 12:30 local time. That's the first game here from the county ground in Northampton. And then we have another game. South Africa, who are desperate for a win, can't buy a win at the moment, up against undefeated Pakistan. That is 4:30 local time here from Northampton. Hope you've enjoyed this game today. Australia have qualified. We'll see you again soon.
A 23-run win against India and a safe, secure spot in the semi-finals. That's Australia for you on day 6 of Ease My Trip World Championship of Legends. We are here at the new venue, Northampton, where all the action was. And with me is the action man, Atul Basan.
The action has shifted, but it's not a new venue. It's a very old venue.
New venue for us. Yes. Now, what just happened here today? Lots has happened here today. There's lots that can happen in the next 2 days.
I hope so, because we got caught in the traffic lights. In the last 5 overs, I think 84 runs went down, and I think that's where we lost the plot a bit. I always knew it's going to be a difficult run chase, because in spite of the small boundaries and a good pitch, we were probably a batsman short, and Ambati Rayudu's injury also costed us.
Now, the points table is looking very good for Pakistan and Australia. Not so good for India at the moment. Let's take a look.
They'll have to work hard. I think the net run rate is going to be an issue, but West Indies and South Africa are also into it. Now India will have to beat South Africa emphatically, and I think we have to hope and pray that Pakistan beat South Africa as well.
No, run that by me again. We have to beat South Africa, that's for sure.
Of course.
And what happens in the games tomorrow? We have to hope that England
beats West Indies.
And or the other way
Pakistan
around.
beats South Africa.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay.
But it's it's not that bad.
No, we're still in the game.
From the point of view of winning the tournament, I had big hopes, because after the first 2 games, Indian team really stood strong. But after that, some wheels have come off, and I want them to just regroup once again, because they're a good team, and we want India to play in the semi-finals at least.
Well, the wickets fell fast and furious. We take a look at the wickets just now, but where did India go wrong?
And I think just that 200-run chase.
We have the firepower.
Yeah, it inflates, and then look at the fielding effort from Australians. One thing about Australian team is that once you get them their back against the wall, they bounce back, and they are the dangerous team. Never write them off. And I think they had the variations on even in this pitch. The slower ones came out nicely. Coulter-Nile has been in good form, and Dan Christian was in red-hot form today. Well, then Pawan Negi was playing today, and Gurkirat Maan, his injury also costed us, because just before the game he had a slight niggle, so he's in good form, and we missed him today. I hope he'll get better after tomorrow.
One thing about the Australians, whether they are the current side that's playing or the legends that are playing, their fielding is absolutely impeccable. That Coulter-Nile catch, I still can't get over it. I want to watch it again and again.
Well, I don't want to watch it.
No, it's sad that an Indian got out, but I mean, what an amazing effort.
Mandira, you've been to Australia. It's their culture, it's the way of life that they don't say no. And they're just such competitors that I think, and we have played against them for so many years, and all these players have faced each other. But once you get them against the wall, you have to watch out, because once you get them, you have to squash them. But today, we saw that their counter-attack in the last 5 overs, when they were batting, took the match away. And look at that catch.
And not just Coulter-Nile, it was Christian. Dan Christian cutting loose with cutting.
But Ben Cutting, when he came to bat, and I thought Tim Payne was a senior batsman, and they did well not to send Tim Payne, and they sent Ben Cutting. But at that point, he started slow. Ben Cutting and both of them, they took a few balls, but then we saw what unleashed.
Well, 2 very, very big games tomorrow. And a lot on this tournament depends on those 2 games.
Well, I think 4 games to go before we start off the semi-finals, and I think India is worried, because if they would have won today, they would have cleared, and I hope that is going to be
We're coming back to Northampton again tomorrow, and it will be lovely if you join us. Looking forward to it.
Tomorrow. Good night.